I was 27 when I realized I was living the same day over and over again. Wake up, scroll through my phone, panic about being late, drag myself to a job I didn't care about, pretend to be fine in front of colleagues, come home exhausted, binge-watch something to feel numb, and go to sleep feeling like a failure. There was nothing particularly wrong with my life on the outside. I had a job. I had friends. I wasn't starving. But inside, it felt like I was drowning slowly. I was chasing everything: approval from my parents, validation from strangers, a better salary, more followers, a perfect partner. And yet, every time I reached a milestone, the happiness lasted for about 3 minutes. My self-worth was tied to how people saw me. If I didn't get compliments, likes, praise, I'd spiral into insecurity. I was living on autopilot, doing what I was supposed to do, but nothing truly felt mine. And the worst part? I thought this was normal. It happened on a Tuesday. I had missed my regular train, and ended up on an earlier one. I sat next to an old man who looked peaceful, like he had seen everything and yet wasn't bitter. We didn't speak for the first 10 minutes. I was scrolling through my phone, frustrated. But then he noticed the quote on my phone wallpaper. "Don't be afraid to start over." He smiled and asked, "Have you started over yet?" I looked at him, surprised. "Not really," I said. "Still figuring things out." He nodded gently, and after a pause, said something that cracked me wide open. "The problem isn't that people don't know what they want. The problem is, they think they need permission to become who they already are." I blinked. It was so simple. And then he added, "Start thinking from the end." Just those 5 words. Start thinking from the end. For days, I couldn't stop thinking about what he said. Start thinking from the end. What does that mean? It slowly hit me: we live every day as if we're building towards something unclear. But what if we began every day as if we already knew the kind of person we wanted to be? Imagine this. You want to be confident. Then start making decisions as if you already are confident. You want to be peaceful. Then stop entertaining chaos, even if it's familiar. You want to be successful. Then wake up like a successful person would. The advice wasn't about chasing an image. It was about embodying your future self now. That one shift changed everything. I stopped thinking like a broken version of me. I began thinking like someone who had already healed. Once you start thinking from the end, you begin to lose interest in drama, gossip, arguments, and validation. They no longer serve you. I stopped needing to win every argument. I stopped explaining myself to people who didn't understand me. I stopped comparing my progress to others. Ego is a loud liar. I limited conversations with people who only drained my energy. And the quieter life got, the clearer my mind became. There's this lie on the internet that transformation is loud, fast, and dramatic. That's not true. Real change looks like getting up 10 minutes earlier than usual. Drinking water before coffee. Taking 5 deep breaths before reacting. Saying no without guilt. Spending 15 minutes alone, in silence. I started slow. I created a morning routine: wake up, write 1 sentence about how I want to feel today, stretch, sit in silence. It was awkward at first. But day by day, I felt a shift. My mind became less reactive. I started choosing my responses, not just reacting on autopilot. Small wins stacked up. Confidence grew, not from success, but from self-trust. When your mindset changes, your relationships follow. I stopped begging people to stay. I stopped explaining my worth. Before the advice, my version of success was all about titles, money, and visibility. But that advice made me ask deeper questions. What would make me proud at the end of my life? Would I be happy being famous, but anxious and disconnected? Is success about being known, or being aligned? I stopped chasing more and started building meaning. I reduced unnecessary expenses. I started saving. I chose purpose-driven work, even if it paid less. I found joy in creating, serving, and being present, not just PR. I stopped holding on to people who weren't holding on to me. Instead, I started listening more, responding slowly, and loving myself enough to walk away from disrespect. I learned that silence isn't cold, it's powerful. I let go of toxic patterns, chasing emotionally unavailable people, repeating old mistakes, and expecting different results. I forgave, not for them, but to free myself. I started showing up for the people who truly mattered. I learned that loyalty is not about being around all the time, it's about showing up authentically when it counts. Before the advice, my version of success was all about titles, money, and visibility. But that advice made me ask deeper questions. What would make me proud at the end of my life? Would I be happy being famous, but anxious and disconnected? Is success about being known, or being aligned? I stopped chasing more and started building meaning. I reduced unnecessary expenses. I started saving. I chose purpose-driven work, even if it paid less. I found joy in creating, serving, and being present, not just producing results. I began writing, mentoring, and helping others in small ways. And slowly, I began to define success in my own words. Peace in my mind. Love in my heart. Purpose in my days. The first hour of your day decides the quality of your mind. I didn't believe that at first. But once I started thinking from the end, I knew I couldn't begin each morning by scrolling through noise and expecting peace. So I built a routine, not perfect, but intentional. Gratitude, I wrote down 3 things I appreciated. Some days, it was just a roof, a warm cup, a second chance. Breathing, I did 5 slow, deep breaths. Not fancy meditation, just presence. Reflection, 1 question each morning: if this were the last day of my life, what would matter most? This simple routine, repeated daily, shifted my internal energy. I no longer waited for life to feel good, I created the space for it. I used to blame everything, circumstances, people, even fate. But the advice, think from the end, forced me to ask. What would the strongest version of me do in this moment? Suddenly, I started taking responsibility. Instead of, why is this happening to me? I asked, what is this teaching me? I became accountable for my mindset. I stopped playing small. I stopped using pain as a shield. I became someone who chose action over complaint. That shift made me powerful. Not because my problems disappeared, but because I was no longer defined by them. One of the biggest internal prisons we live in is fear of failure. But think about this. The version of you at the end, the one you're becoming, has already failed, fallen, lost, and gotten back up. So, what are you afraid of? I began treating failure like feedback. I started that side project I'd been scared of. I pitched ideas knowing some would flop. I posted content, not for likes, but to express truth. And I learned something liberating. The world doesn't care if you fail. But you should care if you don't try. Every no became a redirection. Every mistake became a lesson. And slowly, failure became familiar, and not frightening. When you start living from your highest self, you can't keep avoiding the hard talks. I sat down with my parents and told them what I really wanted to do with my life. I didn't yell, argue, or cry. I spoke with calm clarity. I told a close friend I felt the friendship had become one-sided. I expressed love and honesty, even if it meant walking away. But the hardest conversation? It was with myself. I forgave myself for all the times I betrayed my own peace. For chasing people who didn't see me. For shrinking to make others comfortable. For waiting for permission to be whole. That conversation set me free. In a world obsessed with announcing everything, I learned to move in silence. I didn't post every win. I didn't explain every choice. I didn't defend my path to people who didn't walk with me. Instead, I built quietly. I stopped asking, "What will they think?" and started asking, "Will this bring me closer to who I want to become?" That changed everything. I wasn't loud. I wasn't flashy. But I was becoming undeniably aligned. Sometimes the biggest decisions you make don't need applause, they just need consistency. When people began noticing changes in me, they asked, "What happened?" I didn't give a TED talk. I didn't offer a 12-step plan. I just shared the same words that changed me. Start thinking from the end. Some got it. Others didn't. But I wasn't here to convince, I was here to live it. I wrote articles. I answered DMs. I encouraged strangers. And one message stuck with me. Your post didn't just inspire me, it reminded me who I am. That's when I knew, the advice wasn't just for me. It was a ripple. And I had become the wave. Dear younger me. You're not broken. You're just buried. Under people's opinions. Under fear of being misunderstood. Under shame from things that were never your fault. But let me tell you what I now know. You don't need to fix yourself, you need to find yourself. You are already enough. That dream in your heart. It's not silly. It's sacred. That quiet whisper that says, "There's more to life than this," listen to it. You will be hurt. You will be lost. You will be tired. But you will also rise. One day, a stranger will tell you something simple. And it will feel like your soul exhaled. You'll hear, "Start thinking from the end." And that moment, will shift everything. We live in a loud, complicated world that tells us we need more. More stuff. More praise. More proof. But this advice? It taught me that peace doesn't come from adding, it comes from aligning. When you think from the end, you stop running and start remembering. You become someone who doesn't need to force anything, because your actions already match your future. That's power. That's freedom. That's love. And the best part? Anyone can start today. No permission. No perfect plan. Just a decision. From this moment on, I will live like the person I want to become. And trust me. That one shift. It will change everything. Some advice doesn't come with thunder, it comes like a whisper, and still shakes your entire soul.